So, yeah, we just returned. William has been able to smell that there are definitely people seemingly alive in the buildings, just being very quiet. That there are 4 constables, is able to smell the scent of the uniform, and there don't appear to be any nearby, within a few blocks. Georgie, you were about to use the granary to kind of distract these police, were you not?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. I'm going to say... Are you trying, I guess, what is your intention? Are you trying to get them to move far enough that you can sneak past them into the city, just cause them to turn around? What's the end game? What's the goal?
I want them to leave their post.
To go deeper into the woods or into the city?
Yeah.
They're
a
gonna
little
die.
further down the road.
Okay.
No.
Send them into the woods and I'll go after them and we'll see who comes out.
Don't
Okay.
worry,
Yeah.
that's what the trees are for. I mean, what?
It'll be like the Lord of the Rings.
Just kidding.
As an aside, be sure to do it away from Mike
Oh.
because he's got that weird thing where he stared at you through a door for like 3 hours.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, that's still unresolved. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that's about, but I'm gonna go a little further.
You make the plants purty and he like it.
Oh,
yeah, you're
Jesus.
going somewhere over here-ish, trying, and I'm going to say this is a convince roll. You're using your abilities to kind of seduce someone into leaving their post. Yeah.
Oh, it's
Poison ivy over here.
just gonna make some shrubbery move down the road, bud.
You're gonna form
Okay.
a rose bush into the shape of a woman.
Let's see.
Not that good yet. Soon.
Yeah, I don't have any weaknesses unless you have some on this roll, and I don't. Are you still disguised? I don't think you are, because that was just
No.
for getting in.
That was just for
the
that, yeah.
slums. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't have
Georgie
any way of
Georgie.
helping either.
You still have your stabby sticks though, so
I do,
you got
just in
that.
case.
Expert advice isn't gonna help. No improvements on that one. Any
Alright.
improvements on this one?
Does Mike have any way he is gonna help her with this manipulating plants?
I mean, if she's stepping away, I wouldn't really notice.
I know
He's
you're
not
gonna go
supposed
touch
to
them
know.
plants. Right, you're keeping a secret. Secrets.
Secret plant action.
Secret. Keep the secret.
Alright.
Bunch of perverts.
I'll just use, I guess, green speech and hardened vines. And let's see. I guess I'll make a tree branch like break and fall off a tree. Or I'll
Okay,
ask it to
like
do it.
I would say probably needs to be a little bit more like almost. You could bend the trees in such a way it might look like someone's running like down the road or something. Because I'm not
Alright.
sure. I guess we'll see. Yeah, you're doing something, and maybe we'll see based off of how successful this roll is.
Okay.
To see exactly what you're doing to get them to go down the road. But yeah, you're
Okay.
manipulating the trees in some way.
I mean, saying it that way, sure, that's not tempting fate. Let's see what happens with this roll.
Yes.
Alright, was it
Where are
convinced?
those trains at? Come on, trains.
No, sorry, they don't run because the government shut down.
I
Oh.
wish that was the
Hey,
case.
I think we had 2
before.
last time.
We did.
Alright, here you go.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Ooh.
Them trees are like, I'm
Ooh,
gonna shake
tier
my.
2
They
convinced
do look like
status.
girls.
Dang, pretty
So
lady.
Got that
yeah,
come
no,
hither
this
movement going.
is what happens with a tier 2. I mean that convinces them pretty hardcore. You cause a branch to snap, and it sounds like a gunshot, and then you cause like the leaves to shake a little bit, and it looks like someone's running. So they hear a gunshot, and then they see someone running down the woods. So immediately they're grabbing their shotguns, and all 4 of them just book it into the woods, just running after this thing. Someone just took a shot at them, so they're going after. So yeah, you see all 4 of them, go off. The one guy forgets his helmet, leaves it there because it's just instant. They think someone shoots at him, and you have the pathway, clear. Do you
I'm gonna grab his hat.
Okay, go ahead and give yourself a story tag of Constable's helm or helmet.
Yeah.
And yeah, you kind of step into the southern part of the city. From your guess, you're really only a few blocks away from where the church would be.
Just have
But
his
as
hat.
you kind of step past this barrier, you do notice that a lot of the fog doesn't seem to move with the wind. The wind almost blows through it. It just lays very thick, and it almost stops right at the edge of the road. You almost step into it, like you're stepping into a sauna. And you look around the streets.
Yeah, Faison's got a good point there.
There's no sign of movement.
There's people in the buildings. I know that much.
Well,
I say we use this fog to our advantage
yep.
and make our way as quietly as we can towards our destination.
Yep. Sounds
And
good.
Yeah, stay undetected.
Walk down the middle of the street shaking my constable's hat. I'm here to help! Hey!
Sir, please do not. Do not.
Hey guys, look at me! I'm a cop now! Woo!
That could actually work. Hey, I'm gonna arrest you if you don't get out of here.
So as you begin making your way kind of down these dirt streets, kind of look up at these buildings, and every once in a while you'll see a face of man, woman, child just looking down at you, but they don't say anything. They just kind of watch you as you go by. And after a couple blocks, you come to a street, and you can look down through the fog, and just at the very top, you see kind of the glistening of the dome of the church. It's still, probably half a block away, a good, 250 yards or so.
What time is it?
It's about 4:30-ish at this time.
Alright, so the church should still be open. Does it look like there's any kind of activity around the church? Or in the church?
So as you get a bit closer, you do see people walking out front.
Are they walking or shambling?
And as you ask that, someone grabs your arm.
My hat.
You look over, and there's a priest. His robe is torn. He has a bruise on his face. Kind of looks up at you. They have it. Don't go there. That church is not safe. Return to your homes.
Father Percival?
Who are you?
We were... I don't know. He would know, wouldn't he? Since he's like housing the other guy, he would know about the order.
Sort of. Who knows?
We were sent to help. But we have to get into the dome of the church.
Samuel's men, they came, they tore it apart. They're still there now. I tried to get back, but they just beat me. If kind of looks across this strange group of garbage men, teachers, seamstresses, and Eric.
Yeah, and a dude. Just a dude.
Eric's just standing up in the corner. He's like, yeah, I'm here.
Sova have given up. Why are you here? Why? What do you need from the church? I'm afraid God does not watch over that place anymore.
No, we're here for the owl.
Oh, Marin. I see. He gets kind of sad. You knew him? You were his friend? How?
Associates.
We work for the same people.
All right. He had told me that people like you might come to my church at some point and ask for help. I'm sorry I cannot offer you anything at this point. If that's the case, I can only say a prayer for you and wish you luck. There are many of them still there. I don't know what they're looking for. I don't know how much of the church will still be left when they're done.
I'm gonna look around at everybody else and say, should we go ask them what they're looking for?
Well, we know what we're looking for, so maybe how many of them are there in there?
A half dozen or so.
Oh, that should be easy.
I'm not terribly great in a fight, but if there was some kind of diversion that caught their attention, I might be able to slip in and get what we're looking for. If there's anything
Diversion.
to get. Yep.
Mike, want to cause a diversion?
Yes.
So, we'll try not to ruin the church, but
I cannot say that it won't become a lake, but I will do my best.
He looks at you. Oh, wait.
Don't worry about it.
Yes,
it's okay.
It's okay.
I got
you
this.
like you say that as like the green glow of the lake kind of goes off in the horizon past the church.
He jests. It's okay. But a few pews might end up broken.
Son, I do believe more than pews have been broken at that place.
How dare they?
Do you think you can engage them and draw them away from the church? Not fight them in the church so that I have more breathing room?
Engage them. I'm already married.
Hey, that's really cool looking.
Yeah, that's a cool church.
I don't want to break that. That's too cool looking.
I'm gonna feel bad when I break it.
I'm not.
I think Mike and I can draw their attention while you two do your thing, whatever you do.
Right.
The plants
Research.
and
I'll offer offense if I can.
the
Or
Eric thing.
defense.
I don't know what you do, Eric.
He does Eric. That's his job title.
Eric, the Eric guy. Got it.
Yes. When you need an Eric, Eric's who you call.
I'm gonna pick up a rock and hand it to Eric. Here. I don't know. Just be careful.
Look at the rock like, thanks?
Good luck, Charm.
The last resort. I don't know what you do. I don't know.
I do quick and quiet when I need to, or loud and flamboyant when I need to. So, I'm thinking this is quick and quiet for me.
Father, is there an entrance less used? we should.
I'm not sure if there's any windows still in the pane. I know that I've seen 2 of them sombering around the facility. You might be able to use a window. They're not too high. The front entrance is a series of doors that they've destroyed. The fountain, I'm sure they've destroyed that as well. But it's not... There's really not that much in there. There's a few rooms for myself to change in the choir, a room with the organ, and really that's it. Again, I have
stairs.
no idea what...
Going up. Where are they?
Going up to where?
Does he not? The dome.
Oh, we don't have... the dome was created, it did not have any reason for us to go into it. It is just a...
The organ. Where is it at? What part of the church? I guess would be the better question.
Oh, that when you enter the church, down by the pulpit, there's a room off to the right-hand side. That is where the organ is stored. Quite a large one. And it is quite impressive. They say the entire district can hear it when it's played.
Okay.
Oh.
Quiet might be out of the question.
So, switching up the teams a bit. Well, we. Do you have the notes, Eric? Do you know what to play?
I'm sure I can have them. I carry a notebook with me most of the time, so even if somebody else had the original documentation, I'm sure I copied it.
Yeah, I've started carrying a sketchbook too, ever since I played.
Was there anything in the book that said that the notes had to be heard, or was it just the very fact of playing the keys that caused the thing to open?
I think he said it was the way the wind went through the...
Yeah, it's definitely a pressure release, so they need to be played long enough for the sound to occur, because that's kind of your confirmation that the note has been played and not just the key pressed. It is, again, the pressure, the air release being pushed through the valve, that is what springs the mechanism to release.
Okay. So, not stealthing in there.
How about big diversion out front and then you guys stealth in?
Yes. You guys do your thing. We'll go in and do it as fast as we can, and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Okay.
Father, you might want to find somewhere
To hide.
away from here.
Cover.
Maybe go check on the people of this town.
What kind of stuff is around here? Because
Yeah.
I'm kind of gonna try to look for a way to create some kind of big noise, flash of lights, something like that.
That sounds like an investigate check.
All right.
Alright.
This is
Take a
I
look
do stage magic, so this is another thing that I'm all about.
Yeah.
Stage magic.
Well, actually, no. I think this is more a change the game. Yeah, because you're trying to give yourself a story tag or something, a physical item. So yeah, let's do
Cool.
change the game.
All right.
Give yourself something, some juice.
Yeah. All right.
I got some Jaeger. Does that count?
Throw the bottle. Light it first.
Center of attention is going to be definitely used. Crowd pleaser. I'm going to want to divert a bunch of people if I can.
Mhm.
Let's see. What else have I got?
I could throw something for you.
And planner. Yeah, I think planner works.
Okay. Have any weaknesses that you
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking that probably hostile crowd.
Yep, I would say so.
No, they're not hostile.
They're just not fans.
Are these guys shambling around? Are they?
Yeah, like you can look past. You don't see him clearly, but you have seen a shape kind of just shuffle, kind of around the front of the building and then back to the side.
So if we ask the father, they're just kind of.
He just calls them
Shambling.
Samuel's men. You know,
They're-
the
They don't
movement
look organized
seems,
and.
Yeah, I mean, as far as the attack on the church, he tells you they were absolutely organized. It came after the church was locked up. Two massive individuals ripped the front doors off. They began destroying the pews. They were ripping apart the books. They appeared to be looking for something. He tried to stop them, just kind of stand and tried every religious prayer, whatever he could, to banish them from the church, but it didn't work. They attacked him and sent him packing.
So they haven't actually made it up top yet. If he doesn't know anything about, has the organ been played?
He remembers hearing lots of crashing sounds,
But no organ sounds.
but no, definitely no notes being played.
The organ might not even be intact.
Yeah.
I hope you got some lungs on you, Eric.
Yeah, if the organ's not intact anymore, then we can just say forget about it, the save stuff. So hopefully that's not the case. All right, change the game, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see what happens.
Oh no!
Oh boy.
Oh,
Oh no!
Okay, well, that's
Okay.
fun.
Well, in that case, can I grab like a weed off the ground or whatever's closest?
Maybe my final countdown joke was a little too accurate.
Ah, dang.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah,
I
I'm waiting
have
to
an
see.
improvement.
You do have a thing. I'm not sure if Spoon wants to do his thing, but
I don't know how I would be able to help.
I have to tell you what's gonna happen, and then you have a chance to make another roll to
Yeah.
negate it. Yeah, so you begin to look for anything, and what you find is up on kind of the side of one of the buildings. They have a railway that someone has left, some kind of old appliance that they're not using, you know, some kind of old metal stove or whatever. So you think, all I got to do is run up there, throw this thing over, you know, and it's going to make a loud enough sound, and it's away from the building to draw them away.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, as you go towards these stairs, they are old and iron and creaky, and as soon as you step on them, the whole thing lists to one side, and it's just this loud scratching sound as it grinds against the building.
Oh.
You look over as this is happening, and you do see two individuals that have stopped and turned and are looking at you. And you look up to see that there are two faces in a window peering out at you, and these do not look like people that are okay. They have very sunken eyes. Their face has all blood drained from it. They look like zombies. And they appear to start charging towards the window to dive out and
Okay.
tackle you.
At least they got my attention.
Oh no. Means now if I save you, I can't use that later for when I inevitably screw up.
Well, basically, here's what's happening. I need you to you're not that high off the ground, so you have the choice here to make. The stairs are starting to list and grind one way. You could definitely try to run up them to get out of the way of these individuals. You can try to jump off the side again to get away from them. Or you can think of something else to just avoid, because they are just running towards the window to jump out, grab you, and just tackle you to the ground. So however you want to basically avoid that, well, we'll kind of start with that and decide what role might come to place.
Okay, well, I mean, part of the point of this was me to create a giant distraction. So if this giant iron staircase is leaning to the side, that'll be pretty distracting. So I am going to try to run the rest of the way up.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That sounds good. Let's I'm just gonna draw a little thing here.
Battle maps.
Well, you already have one down here. You just haven't
Yeah, but now it's
seen it all.
it's begun.
Well, I have to actually add an extension to our battle map. So we're gonna say that
Oh.
this is the building over here. Oh wow, that's super thin. Nah, let's make it extra large. There we go, that's good.
Super thick.
So we got a building. That's not going on the right layer. I haven't used Roll20 a lot.
Yeah, no, I was like,
There we go. There's a building. We got some stairs going up this way. And we have 2 individuals that have stopped here. And 2 more individuals that are charging at Eric, who is on these stairs. And then you 3 are kind of back in this area surveying the scene. And these are the 2 individuals that have stopped walking around, and they're just staring. They're just watching what the situation is. So you're going to try to run up the stairs, trying to get to the roof, or trying to just get to another floor.
yeah.
Okay.
Roof, probably.
So I'm going to say this is a take the risk to get up these stairs as they kind of shift around and move.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
no.
Shit. Well,
let's take the risk first, and then we'll deal with maybe
With
the train
other
will
risks.
help.
Do I not get to do the thing?
Do you want to do the? Because basically that's what's happening is he's going.
I'm trying to think how I could help.
So instead,
If he's
of
running
him,
up the stairs, I would just have to like.
I would say your help is that maybe you hear the stairs start to move, and you're able to get there and stop them before it draws the attention of the individuals inside. So that would be kind of how you're able to stop it. Basically, save him from having to do this take the risk move, and maybe getting a jump on those 2 people, or maybe able to get past them. Because yeah,
You know what? I'm sorry.
with those kind of special moves, I'm willing to make it a bit more powerful. So yeah, we could say that if you hear, the sound of the iron and it doesn't sound right, so you immediately go to stop that sound from happening, because it's not the exact kind of commotion that he's wanting to cause. Or you can wait to see how his run up the stairs goes, and if it goes poorly, try to.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna wait.
okay. That is fair.
I mean, this is a distraction. It's gonna work.
Yeah, I'm kind of okay with this as long as I don't die.
Yeah, if you fall off, I'll catch you or something. I guess. I'll just throw Mike at you because he can fly. I don't know why Mike hasn't done anything yet.
Stealth, escape artist, and I think that's gonna be it. For take the risk is what you said.
That's correct.
I think Mike's planting trees.
He's just staring at Georgie. Come on.
I feel like I don't want to invoke this, but it just seems like this is a place where exposure, like fear of exposure, would definitely fit in.
Yeah.
Well, give it a shot, champ.
Why did it not roll? That's weird. I swear I rolled, but I guess I didn't. Let me try that all over again.
Are you? There it goes. It's an 8.
Okay.
Well, okay.
So
12?
you begin running up, and this is about a 5-story tall building, but you're making your way up there, and as you're getting kind of to the top floor, it lifts hard, and you have a choice to make. You're out of the reach of them. You can either leap on top of the roof, but the stairs are coming down, so you're gonna have to figure out another way down. Or you can go with the stairs down with it, be on the ground, be out of the way of them. But again, you're going down about 5 stories. But I would say that the stairs are going to help you kind of navigate that fall a little easier. So would you prefer being on the roof or on the ground?
I'm gonna say roof.
Okay. So as you leap onto the roof, the stairs come just crashing to the side, just crumble, and these 2 Samuel men dive out and just fall, a good 15 feet from the window, just flat on the ground. Mike, William, and Georgie, you see all of this happen like in slow motion. These stairs, big iron stairs, creak and tumble, and then you hear the sound of glass breaking as this man dives out, another man right behind him, not grabbing onto anything, and just hit the ground hard. What would you 3 like to do?
Well, that happened.
Well, actually, before we get to what we would like to do, Eric, please roll me a d4.
Mhm.
Oh no, it better not be me again. Good, it's you. Take that.
Mm.
It
Okay.
is you. Yep, go ahead and roll me 2d10.
I got a good feeling about this, guys.
All right, so we have a 7 and a 4.
Oh no. The lower, the worse it is.
Okay. Let me go ahead and write that down real quick.
Oh no. I don't like the sound of that at all.
You have a vague tingling in the back of your neck as you get up there, and maybe it's as you're running past the windows, you can see in to some of these families, and they're cowering. It seems like they've been hiding from something, and as you kind of run by their window, they panic for a moment. But just as you get up there, you have that sixth sense. Something that you're already worried about your dad, and he just pops up in your mind. Like you see him in the bed, and you just have that moment where, for whatever reason, something you saw running up here, whether maybe it was the family's, you just have his face flash in your mind, but you shake it out, and you look down, and you're up pretty high. You can see those 2 individuals down. There's like a plume of dirt around them because they just face planted, and you can see the other 2 individuals by the church just standing watching. And you look over and you can see your group of companions, and they are doing what? What are you 3 wanting to do?
Staring up at Eric and just shaking my head.
I just shoot him a
shrug
thumbs up.
I just shrug my shoulders. Then I do that Henry Cavill thing in Mission Impossible where he reloads his fists, and I'm like, yeah, let's go. Okay, sure. I haven't punched anything in a while.
Are the 2 on the ground moving, making any motions to get back up, or are they good?
Not at the exact second you are seeing them, but yeah, it's hard to tell. They look like they're already dead, but that's how they looked when they came out of the window. So
Okay. And the 2 on the outside are not gravitating towards.
they're just standing and staring, just watching.
Mike, you haven't been here, but these guys, they get back up.
Is there anything that keeps them down?
A ninja sword.
Dismemberment for a little bit, probably. We weren't really told much. So tear him to pieces. See if that does it.
I can't remember what they're called. It was the Raphael has them in the Ninja Turtles.
The Psy?
Yeah.
Gonna use some psi. Really?
I want to summon a pair of those.
Okay, sounds like a change the game roll.
What is... I forgot he did that.
Man, Mike weeds the grass and zombies.
Yeah, and you can smell, actually, now that you're a bit closer, the front area of this church is open, and it leads to some doorways that, well, they're open as well, so you're probably able to see within the church about that far so far. The fountain that's there has been just pushed over. It's in shambles. It's busted. There's a couple doors that seem to lead to a little, patio or something on either side, a little seating area. Those have been broken as well. And these are all busted. But there are the remnants of planted flowers that are around the fountain here, and you can smell that there's probably some more in the church as well. And yeah, I mean, as far as the ground, you're gonna find some very basic grass and bushes, but not too many big things. You don't see any trees that are super nearby. There's definitely some past in the ridgeline, maybe 300 yards out. So yeah, that's kind of what you have plant-wise. You also sense that Mike's pocket might have a whole bunch of goodies that you're interested in, but you're gonna have to get there.
Hey.
Yeah, you'd have to get close to Mike first to get that.
But yeah, let's start off as you all kind of prepare. Mike, go ahead and give me your change the game roll.
Georgie, you should probably hide.
No reason to hide.
No, you should probably hide. Because she has to do the stealth now, since Eric is on a roof.
I'm on a roof.
Temporarily on a roof.
Yeah, jump down here! Come on!
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm
Only
like
5
loud
stories
mouthing.
to
It's like, get back
Just
on the
Assassin's
ground.
Creed style. There's a hay bale right there.
That's right.
The
Eagle
hay
Dynamo
will
Phoenix.
catch you.
I'll be fine.
Just
I mean-
land on one of those guys, it'll be okay.
It probably wouldn't be too difficult for you to get into one of the 5th floor windows and, take the stairs on the inside of the building, but who knows what else is on the inside of that building. Easier
Yeah,
than
I was
jumping off the roof, though.
Well, I wasn't going to jump off the roof. I was going to use window sills and such to sort of
Yeah.
climb down.
Or just
Hardcore.
have Mike, fly up there.
Mike.
That's baby core parkour.
Baby core.
Change,
Hardcore parkour is Assassin's Creed style off the roof into the bush.
Change this game.
I did.
You did.
Did it not come up?
Oh, it did. Perfect. So yeah, go ahead
Oh, yeah.
and give yourself a weapon.
Size.
Yeah, you get two-handed. We'll say you got 2 of them. So we'll say that this is it is a story tag, but I feel like it's a bit more than that. So
Yeah.
when you cause a status, I'm gonna say that you do get an additional +1 to any tier. So yeah, you just say +1 scythes or whatever, and that will work. So as Mike is forming, are they that glowing green kind of color as well? Kind of you look down with your glasses, and they just form in your hands. Are they forming on your back?
No, they're already in my hands. They're a dark green, but with these kind of all the details and the intricate work is kind of like a lighter, bright green, kind of glowing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like shedding out a huge amount of light like the katana does.
really surprised he hasn't gone for a gun yet. Summoning a gun.
Not a 19th century weapon.
There are a shit ton of 19th century guns, mate. There's Gatling guns, there's fucking bolt
Shotguns,
actions, there's
hunting
pistols.
Yeah, but then they blow up in your face because they were crudely made.
No! No, they weren't.
So as that is quickly happening, what is Georgie up to? Kind of surveying the land, seeing the plants that exist, reading the situation. Maybe I guess what's Georgie's mindset? You've been only with this group for a little while, not too long. Definitely not a lot of you had a body thrown at you yesterday, and now you have more of these strange dead men that seem to not be dead, now trying to jump out of windows at someone you're hanging out with. So you're very much outside. You're not at the Huntsman right now. What's going on with Georgie?
Right. I'm gonna go ahead and give Eric a look like, get your ass down here, like ASAP. 2, I'm gonna quickly walk towards the nearest entrance, I guess. Is it here?
Mm-hmm.
Right. I guess I'll sneak in while Mike is being unleashed. And
Oh yeah, I'm charging the 2 that are on the ground.
yes, have fun. I guess I'll go over to the fountain and see if the plants can tell me if they can I don't know, give me kind of any information about what else is in here that I can't see.
Right, kind of
They're-
just seeing what's happened recently. Okay.
They're just
Yeah.
gonna tell you their horror story of being stomped on by these brutes.
You just touch them and they're just screaming.
Yeah, just shrieking.
So I'm gonna say just the time it takes you to travel. We'll come back to that. You've gotten there for now, and yeah, you're able to see a bit further into the church now that you're closer to the door. So let me reveal a bit more here. Probably get there. As
This is doing
you
dynamic lighting.
peer in, you can see that there are a few more of these individuals that are also standing, but they appear to just be staring out of these windows. They're not moving, they're just kind of standing and staring out that way. So yeah, she heads over there. Mike's getting his weapons. William, what are you up to?
Mike's going after the ones on the ground, yeah?
That's
Yep.
what it seems. Yep, he's heading over there.
I'm charging straight for him with scythes drawn.
So we wanted to do a distraction, so here we go.
You got one. Yeah.
I'm gonna put on my constable helmet and charge the 2 by the window.
All right. Sounds good. Yeah, I'm gonna say in that case, if they're going for any head-related injury, you can definitely negate one tier of a
Heck yeah.
status while you're wearing.
I knew picking that thing up wasn't just a
Man,
gimmick.
that's a cheap ass helmet. Only a 1.
It's a
Like,
constable's helmet. I mean,
shit.
you're dealing with.
It's a hat with a little padding, not
It's
not a
basically
helmet.
for show.
Got my helmet on. I'm going in.
You can do anything.
I got my
So
helmet.
let's go through here, Mike. You're first. I'm gonna say it for both these guys. This is definitely a hit with all you've got. You're able to get there quickly. As you're moving, you form these weapons in your hand, and you go to just plunge them into the back of these fools. So we'll start this whole thing off with a hit with all you've got.
Okay. So
Oh yeah.
for the one, I
Oh
want to
my.
take his head clean off, and the other one, I want to plunge both directly into each where the heart would be, whether it's on the left or the right for
Okay.
that particular individual.
So let's see.
So that way, I definitely hit him.
How much of a status we're doing to them to see if a head is coming off here.
I hope so.
I'm glad some of you guys
So-
can roll well.
You're going to obviously get them good, so that's a +4,
The +4, yeah.
and you can get more than one target. So, oh yeah, with
So he's still
no
got
issue
another
at all, you lob off the head of the first guy. Almost as you're running by, you don't even have to chop. Your weapon, like butter, just glides through them, and the head rolls off. But you glance down. There's no blood coming from it. It's like you just cut off the head of a mannequin. It just kind of rolls there for a moment. And you turn around and you plunge both weapons into the other individual. And the brief movement of it trying to push itself up just stops. And you don't feel any twitching or any other movement as both of them with a tier 4 status definitely seem to be killed or killed again, or at least stopped for the moment. But yeah, so
Redeaded.
great work there. However, as soon as
Sweet.
this happens, as soon as you kill them, yeah, the mindset of all these other individuals changes. They're no longer looking, but or just watching. They just kind of cry out with this raspy growl, like an endangered or an animal backed into a corner. And so, William, as you're charging into these two, they now see you coming and they prepare for it. So you're charging in there with your helmet. Is your goal to knock them down to the ground? Are you trying to like knock them through the window? What's your mindset as you go?
I'm gonna
charging
slam
at 'em?
one into the other.
Okay. So
I'm gonna pick him up while running and just throw him into the other guy.
Okay, so that's definitely a go toe to toe, as it kind of limps over and looks at you with these glassed over eyes. It just has the look of anger, and just gets ready for you. So let's do it.
If he's screaming, I'm screaming.
Sounds good. Yeah, theirs is very like a sound, and you're just, I hate you.
So I've got super speed and the strength to carry bull and ultimate fighter and aggressive behavior.
Okay. Let's
And
do
go
this
toe
thing.
to toe. Take that, you jerks.
Okay, so you managed to achieve your goal, take something they hold. What's your other one that you're choosing? Inflicting status?
Yeah, I'm gonna inflict a status.
Okay. So as you you charge in, you pick up the first one and you knock it into the other. I'm gonna say the second one, he falls down for a moment, but as you have this first one around you, it goes to take a bite out of your neck. Please roll a face danger, as
My helmet.
This nasty.
It does nothing.
I'm gonna say I'll give you a +1 because you can probably move your head enough. So go ahead and add that as a bonus for this.
It would still be kind of in the way.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do
So that's a
super speed, predict foes next to move, and then this fancy helmet, constable's helmet +1 for it. Yay!
and
Let's see what else we
So
got.
you're going up against ferocious bite 3 status.
Oh, fun. So it's a face danger.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, I'm also gonna use. Where is it? Martial arts, because I would know how to defend myself from somebody I'm picking up and throwing. Face danger! Aha! Take that, jerk bags.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You're able to move your head in just the way that his skull and nose kind of just bonks into the helmet, and as he tries to get in there and just bite away at you, you're not able to. You knock them into each other. The one falls down on the ground, and you have to like stop yourself. So the second one ends up tripping back, and they're both, one's in a seated position, the other one's kind of down for a moment, but you have them down. Let's go over to Georgie now. as you kind of hear that go on, but you're focused on the plants. Sounds like you were trying to, investigate, get an idea of what these plants have witnessed over the past day or so.
Yes. Or at least tell me what's further in there in terms of, I guess, beings? Non-plant things.
Mm-hmm.
All
Right.
Investigate, I guess. Freedom of speech. And I guess always prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking to plants while they're screaming, I'm screaming, throwing people.
It's very loud in here. Alright, I'll just do those two and we'll see what happens.
Ooh,
That sucks.
that's not bad. I mean, it's an 8.
And
Yeah,
and
but
you
ain't
still
great.
get 2.
Alright.
Yeah. What question specifically are you asking the plants?
Would you please stop screaming? Oh God, why are you screaming?
No, that takes up too much energy. I guess
The mitochondria is a powerhouse of the cell.
I guess, are there many more of these zombie type creatures in here?
Mm-hmm. So as you kind of see through, it's not really a sight per se. It's flower sense, whatever you want to call that, however you describe it. You're able to see this group of individuals show up, and there are 6 of them. But you do notice that 2 of them, they look weird. They're much larger than the other 4, and they appear to have antlers.
Oh.
That's
And
Oh.
as you say this, you look into the church to see one of these individuals. Looks like a part man, part elk. Run down the aisle towards the window behind William, having William, for a moment, be distracted. It appears that this individual is going to take that opportunity to try to gore William in his back with its antlers.
Oh.
So, what would you like to do? As you hear like the sound, it almost sounds like hooves running on tile. You look over quickly to see this strange being about to charge out of the window into William.
It would probably just be instinctual, but Georgia would probably put her hand like right into the green and just like command them to like shoot vines out and hopefully try and catch or trip up or impede this elk man in some way.
Yeah. And as you reach in, maybe you feel the connection of these other flower pots that are planted here towards like these back altars. So you have like a series, even though they're not in the ground, you have a series of plants you can use. So that's definitely going to be a go-to to tell you're trying to be quick enough to stop him. I should go from there.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So, let's do start vines. Speech. Deflect and destroy work. That's more offensive.
You're trying to
let's-
deflect his path. Yeah, it could. I could see you. You're trying to basically deflect his attack from going against William. So
Okay, let's try that, because I'd use that. We'll use distant roots since it's close, but it's not that close. Okay. So go toe to toe.
correct. Yep. Okay. So which one are you choosing?
Oh man. I guess. Can I block them? Like it can grab their hooves or whatever. They're just,
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know.
So basically what happens is you shoot these vines out, from all these plants. So there's quite a few of them, and they begin to wrap around, and this creature feels it and immediately goes to turn around and try to pull the vines, maybe to try to pull whoever is pulling him or whatever the case is. But you feel that coming, and immediately you like stiffen the vines so that even when he pulls on it, it doesn't quite, he doesn't get all of the pull he wants. So you've definitely pulled his attention and stopped him, and you've stopped him from destroying some of the planters, so you still have access to all of the leaves. But his attention is absolutely back on you now.
Yay.
Up on the roof, Eric, you see what the boys are doing. You see Mike quickly go and slaughter the two beings on the ground, and William tackle the other two. What would you like to do at this point?
All right. So are there any downspouts, gutters running alongside the building at any place?
There's definitely they're not well kept, so you can see a bit of the brackets that are holding it to the wall might be a bit worn, but yeah, there's definitely downspouts. It rains quite a bit.
In some ways, that's kind of what I was looking for them to be a little likely to maybe pop off.
Okay.
Hopefully slowly. So I am going to try to grab hold of one of those and start shimmying down and kind of pushing back a little bit so that I don't have to climb all the 50 feet down. It'll kind of like, the idea being that maybe it'll like lean out far enough that I can just drop without killing myself.
Sounds good. Yeah, let's take the risk.
Okay.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay. Let's see. Yep, that works. Just trying to see what else I have. I got 2 tags that I think can apply to this, so that is what I will go with. And you said it was take the risk?
Correct. Yep.
Well, it's something.
Okay. So as you begin to shimmy down, it starts to lean a lot faster than you want it to. So you have kind of a choice here. It's starting to kind of lean away from the building, going back over the stairs, almost over Mike and all that. You can try to jump off, onto the ground and maybe get a little bit hurt. Or, that Mike is a big guy, and
That's an understatement.
you're not that big of a guy. So he might understand if you possibly use him as a bit of a safety net. Yeah, so you can either try to fancily, maybe roll on the ground once you hit. You're going a bit faster than you thought you'd be going, or you can just aim for Mike and use his bulbous body as a bounce pad.
As fun as that option sounds, I'm gonna try to keep from tangling him up in my own shenanigans. So,
Oh, come on. Be a man.
I am. That's the problem.
So, having jumped off high things before and recently broke your leg, which I'm glad that's healed. You'll probably be familiar with the kind of damage that can happen here. So I'm going to have you face danger. This is going to be against a tier 2 like twisted ankle status.
All right.
And yeah, your goal is to not hurt your ankles.
All right. Face danger?
Correct. Yep. Oh yeah.
Oof.
As I had a feeling you would. You
It's about time I rolled
off.
well.
It gets still about 15 feet off the ground, and you just decide enough with it. Do a fancy backflip and just land there, almost like you come down on a feather. Like it's just there's hardly any dust that's raised, and you maybe you take a bow, or you're just like, did that really happen? Who knows? But yeah, you get down very professionally.
I meant to do that.
Mm-hmm. It was all part of the act.
Yep.
I'd
So
clap, but I'm busy.
as that happens, I know you're back. So do we want to take a quick break, or do we want to just keep going for the next half hour, kind of see where we go, and hit pause at that point? I
need to take a quick break.
Okay. Let's do 5 minutes.
You guys can keep on going. But...
Absolutely.
Okay.
Let's do 5 minutes, and we'll still plan on ending at 8. We can easily hit pause on this. There's still stuff to come, and yeah, that way we can all get water. So yeah, back in 5. That works.
Cool.
Yeah, so Maru, welcome to a few of folks that the group faced a long time ago. They didn't kill them all. They thought
No, they didn't.
they thought they did. Something did, because I mean they're here now. But
Yes.
yeah, now you're facing one of the beasts. An elk man. There were all types of them. Wolves, crows. The main guy was a big old bear. Seems like right now you have 2 elk-looking, dead, zombie-like guys.
Were they like that before?
They
they
were
fought
not when
with-
they weren't dead. Yeah. So they were all rifts that were touched by a nature god, basically. Hence the reason why the lake exists now. They're all tied to that, which is why they're here now, because that's just the district over. So anyone that had died previously, chances are Samuel has a chance. But yeah, they began to morph, grow feathers. Their lips would elongate like beaks or snouts. They would grow antlers. Some of them would grow fur. They were just a gang of mostly teenagers that kind of ran cross end. Yeah, there were just some of them were just unfortunately touched, and because of what they were being turned into, they had to join the gang. But most of them were like, I'm a big old beast man, so you're gonna give me what I want.
Word.
And William killed like 200 of them, or Mike did. So who knows?
Yay!
Do the dead remember? That is the question.
True. Does it matter?
Right. And I'm quite happy you chose to block that, because I absolutely was going to have them destroy some of those planters. If he didn't, he was just gonna rip the vines out and. Oh no! There goes some of your playthings.
Damn
So-
it!
Yeah. You read my mind. You played against the GM well. But now he's
Now
drawn
it's just, hey,
towards
look
you.
at me. Cool.
Yeah, there's a downside. I'm so happy to be back. This is fun.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It has.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Is that a dead body in the very middle
No, it's a statue.
between the planters? Okay.
I'm
What
back.
am I looking at?
They're all
I
dead
see.
bodies.
I see now. It's like the arms and the wings. And, okay, it's from top down. I thought it was like the ugliest drawing of the corpse I've ever seen. Like, oh, come on now. You could do better than that.
Look, I tried my hardest, okay?
Do better. Oh, what a nice rug. This one's just bougie.
So, I've had a program on my computer for a while, a campaign cartographer, and I figured I have it. Why not try to use it? So I know this is a really basic map. It's just my first one, but I figured, hey, I got some time. Why not try to make some pretty things? And I can still draw on them. I know you all love my my lovely just free art.
Oh, that's a good
Those
time.
staircases were a revelation.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know exactly what they are. But yeah, at least this way, we can have some nicer looking battle maps to play on.
Well, I think it looks pretty neat, so.
All right, so I think Phazon, are you back? Not yet.
He's making food.
Just making the food. All right, that's good. I said 5 anyways, and it's only been like 3, so no good.
Somebody just got 3 attention on a theme today.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
Leveling up.
Hey, really random, but do you guys play Shadowrun?
I've wanted
know of it?
to. I played a Fate cyber game that was kind of similar.
Okay.
Yeah, never actually played it. It's one of those on my wish list, though. Someday.
I've played a couple of times. There was one game I was in, we probably went for maybe a couple of months before the GM kind of ran out of runs for us to do, but yeah, it's pretty neat.
Apparently my coworker is trying it with a bunch of friends, and there's like 3 GMs that are just kind of rotating whoever's available, and I have no idea how to use Chopper.
Is
like-
Chopper the hacker?
Chopper is just the program that can
Hmm.
help you build your character.
Oh.
Oh.
Just like, cool.
Oh, I had no idea about that. Yeah, no, I've only
Yeah.
built them like with pencil and
Manually.
paper.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, I've only played the one that Stilts has played, and our GM's basically walked us through it.
Hmm.
Oh, I have no idea. And again,
Yes.
both of them have disappeared, so I don't know.
Well,
At one point, we had like 20 people in this Discord,
we did.
and we had like 4 active games going.
Wow.
Hmm.
Uh-huh.
We'll get
Everybody
back
just
there. I
left.
just need more GMs than myself. I would love to be able to GM more, but
Yeah,
2
Oz.
days a week. That's
What? Life?
right.
I don't understand the meaning of that word.
Sandwiches.
Yeah, my job doesn't either. It's gonna be -13 as the high tomorrow, and we're
Ugh.
still running.
Ugh.
Like, the
Yep.
vehicles are not even going to start.
Yep.
Jeez. That's no. When it's that cold, I don't care if people are worried about money or anything like that. Like, we're all human beings. We're not freaking polar bears. So
right.
how about you just say, you know what? It's okay. Stay at home. Stay safe.
Nope. Still gotta go to work.
Right, gotta make the dollars, gotta make the bucks, gotta whatever. So you're still doing buses, right, Faison?
Yeah.
I mean, if everybody got to stay home, would there be a reason for bus drivers right now?
Nope,
Tomorrow-
most people are gonna stay home. Schools are gonna get canceled.
Yeah, I don't know. We don't get that cold here in Colorado, but since I have to walk to get the kids, even when it's like today where it was about probably 15, I don't know. I don't want my kids outside playing 3 times a day and that, but if there's no ice on the ground, whatever, let the kids run around.
That's gonna be the high. Negative
Oh yeah?
13.
Yeah.
Yeah, the high tomorrow is 8. So
Well, let's get back into the balmy 70s of our
Shut
strange Victorian area.
It's bullshit.
it's supposed to be 40 degrees Thursday. I don't know how that's gonna work, but
Yeah. If I could send you the Colorado, double digits, I would. We're actually supposed
No,
to get
we're
up to
in
the-
double digits. Just on
Yeah.
the
On
wrong
the
side
negative
of the
side, yeah.
scale.
So as Eric lands on the ground, Mike, you see him do that. You just saw William go and tackle those 2 guys. They definitely appear to be getting up to come fight him. You're not sure what's going on in the church or where Georgie is exactly. You don't have any sight on her. But yeah, what would you like to do? You see William, you see Eric, and you see the other 2 Samuel dudes.
I'm just gonna walk intimidatingly towards the 2 that are outside. So I'd probably be about here.
Okay. With any intention, reading the situation, you trying to get an idea of
Just
where to
keeping
come
my eyes open.
in? Okay.
I'd probably spot the guy inside at that point.
he's muscling in on my turf. Get out of here, you. I got this.
You wouldn't have heard anything from the church, so I guess it's a matter of if your attention's going to be pulled there to actually notice him. Because right now, your attention would be on the 2 folks that William's bearing down on. So I'm just going to say, let's just do I don't even know. Would this be a take the risk to see if he notices? Yeah, I'm going to say take the risk just to see if you do notice any movement in the church. Or if you're just solely focused on the dazzling display of Eric and these 2 zombie dudes.
I think I'll do bullet time and savior mentality.
Okay.
Weakness.
Yeah.
Take the risk.
Okay. I'll give you your choice here. The time slows down and you have a moment to kind of listen to everything, and you hear like the creaking of the vines. You also hear the ruffling of clothing, and you look real fast. You see this individual that's in the church, and you can tell by the way he's pulling on it, his back muscles are beginning to tense up. He's about to just rip the vines again to try to pull whatever it is on the other side towards him. You also can tell that this back zombie dude is trying to pull a gun to shoot your good friend William here. So you have a choice. You can definitely protect one of your friends or try to help them, but you gotta decide which is which. So do you go to try to slow down this beast? And you definitely recognize it as a beast. Like, you killed 200 of these suckers. This is just another one that apparently died at some other point, not by your hands, and is now here. Or are you going to try to stop this guy that's pulling a gun?
Well, if he's about to destroy some plants, that's gonna catch my attention.
How do we not have a pact already to just like save the squishy ones?
Say that again?
How do we not have a pact already to save the squishy ones?
True. All right. So you do what? You see him, tensing up, about to pull the plants. What do? You just dive through the window?
Well, not dive, more like fly, but
Okay. So as you're running and to enter, fly through that window, I'm gonna have William, the individual, reaches behind his pocket and pulls out a revolver, and as soon as it's out, it fires towards you, but you have a moment to react to this. Like, you see him pull a gun. Let's see. What can I get for? Sure, we'll say grenade. Grenade means gun.
It's a mighty powerful gun. Um,
And the other guy's still kind of down on the ground.
let's see. You know what? I wanna charge him and take the gun from him. I mean,
Okay. I'm gonna say, with that, we're gonna do, another go toe to toe. It's a matter of if he can get the shot off on you before you get to him.
trooper speed. Oops, don't change that. That's not. Pick the foe's next move. And. I'm gonna use mean right hook. And, knock some sense into him.
That sounds like a plan. Any weaknesses?
more of a out of him, but yeah.
Whatever. Probably aggressive behavior. That seems about right.
Is it that, or is it outdated methods? Because again, you normally are fighting very medieval with weapons, with like swords and all that. Is it maybe the fact that he's using a gun that could be a weakness because you're not fully aware of how firearms work and all that, so we can kind of use that tag a little bit more?
I could switch it up and roll it again.
We can just say it was that tag. You don't have to roll it again. So we can. It's up to you. I'll let you pick which one, but I think either one of those weaknesses could have worked.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I forget guns or. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay.
We'll go with the gun.
So yeah, which two are you picking then? You're going to basically stop him from getting the gun. So you can either inflict a status and face danger to take the shot, or you can basically get knock the gun away from him, but you're not really inflicting a status on him.
I'm gonna take the gun from him.
Okay. So yeah,
I'm not gonna knock it away, but I'm gonna take it out of his hand and keep it.
Yeah, you get over there. You're not able to grab it again. You're kind of not familiar all that with the firearms, but you're definitely able to knock it away, and it probably lands over here somewhere. Back in the church though, Georgie, you still have your hands down in these plants. You still had one more question to ask. Do you have anything else that you want to ask real quick before we move forward? If not, no worries.
It's just like little flowers and like.
Yeah, it's just flowers that are sitting in front of a church. You know, the fountain's been destroyed, so you've seen the group enter. I'm not all that sure what other information they have, unless you have any unique questions, and I can figure out an answer. But
Can I ask the vines to grow a little bigger?
Giggity.
I feel like that would be more of a change the game. Yeah.
All right then.
So as you're in there, you know, you're trying to figure out, is there anything else for me to ask, and that's when you feel the tug from the other side, and this being is trying to pull you or the planters towards it. So how do you want to stop that? And because Mike, you're heading this way, you can definitely give her an advantage, depending on how she's going to react. You can say what you do, but yeah, definitely this beast is trying to just pull these vines out. It's not quite sure what was trying to attach to it. It just wants it closer.
Are any of the vines still wrapped around its legs?
They're not wrapped around its legs. He's pulled them up and he's like wrapped it around his forearms, and he just has them like pulled. So let's see. We got Viney.
All right. Can I have the vines just yank him down?
Yeah, just try to like pull him flat on the ground, like pull his arm out from
just
in front of him. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that definitely is a go toe to toe, and I guess Mike, with you kind of jumping through the window, you could definitely knock him forward to maybe set his momentum already going, or something like that to help him with that. But you're at least in the church with her now. So yeah, let's do a go toe to toe with whatever tags you have. If you have any weaknesses as well, and then you can add a +1 from Mike, bounding in here and knocking him forward.
I think I'm just gonna use the same set as last time, since it's almost the same sort of move, just in reverse.
There is going to be. He does have a strength, extra strength, so there will be a negative status of 2, beast strength.
Okay. So -2.
Right. Yeah. So that would be a negative. So I think still 2 that we're rolling with.
Let's.
Wouldn't it be a +1 overall?
+1.
Her 3 minus his 2.
Right. Plus your 1.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So it'd just be a 1. Right?
How many tags are you selecting from your sheet?
I'm gonna do the same thing as last.
Okay, so you
Actually,
have 4 positive, 2 negative. So you're rolling at a power of 2.
I put -2 because you said he had like a beast power of 2.
Right.
Or,
Yeah. But you also
So
have a
it's-
+1 because of Mike. So you have your 3 tags and then 1 additional tier from Mike, and then he has his -2.
Okay. I also still added my weakness tag in there for distant roots because I'm still
Yep. Okay.
that close.
That works. So yeah, it's just tier 1 then.
1.
Woohoo, I
Right.
was right without knowing it.
Yay!
Alrighty, go toe to toe. Oh,
Hey.
Nice. Okay.
not as
Perfect.
terrible.
No, it's not. You got a 10.
Well, I said not as
Oh,
terrible.
okay.
That's sort of
Yeah,
terrible.
so
Did
with-
I don't
not
know.
come
That's
out
better
of
than
me
I've
like
rolled most of them.
which two do you want to use there? You definitely get them to the ground, and
Okay. Can I inflict the status?
absolutely. What kind of status are you wanting to inflict? Like a restrained or something like that?
Yeah, what is it, D&D, like prone? Like knocked prone or something?
Yeah.
That's the equivalent. I don't know, it's just like sprawled on the ground, like you can't use gravity to, build his momentum
he basically
to
has
charge
a-
and all that.
Negative to get up. Yep. That definitely works. So yeah, as he gets pulled to the ground, Mike, you dive in there. Eric, you kind of see this gun get thrown off to the side, and both of these individuals are now standing up to face down with William. So what would you like to do?
Oh, I wanted to steal the gun.
Oh, I know, but you're gonna have to get it first. You just knocked it away for now.
Oh.
So this is definitely a distraction which is occurring. So this was
Mhm.
somewhat the plan. If I remember right, did the priest say that the organ was down by the pulpit to the left?
The
Like I'm
other
thinking
side,
this room?
to the right.
To the right. Okay, so that room. Okay. Then I guess what I will do is I will run over there. It looks like Mike probably wanted that gun, so I will see if I can, like, as I'm heading in that direction anyways, kind of pick it up and toss it towards him.
Okay. Yeah, I like it. I'm gonna say that this is just a take the risk to get him the gun, make sure it doesn't, misfire or anything.
Land
like
on a
that.
rock and shoot him.
Yeah, right.
And also
Please don't shoot me with the gun.
to
We know
see
what's
if he's
gonna
even
happen
gonna
here.
notice it coming. But
That's
I would
fair.
assume as you go
Hits me
by,
in the
you're
side of
like,
the head.
"Hey,
Yep.
William, catch," kind of thing.
Catch.
So he at
Yeah,
least expects
exactly.
it coming. Yeah.
So I'm
Knocked me
definitely,
out with the gun.
I'm definitely throwing celebrity in because I definitely want to be noticed. Center of attention, sure, that also. Yeah, that's two that I can throw on there.
Man,
What
this
else can I?
guy.
And he wanted the gun, so I'm going to say crowd pleaser as well.
Yeah. There we go.
Let's see.
Just know that your life rides on this.
I know.
You kill me, I'll haunt you.
If I kill you, I'm probably not going to last too much longer myself with all these zombies everywhere, to be fair. Yeah, I guess that's it. Take the risk.
Hey.
Oh man, you guys are hitting these
Heyo.
rolls today. All right, so as you get over there, William, go ahead and add yourself a revolver. It's one of those very basic 19th century handguns, but it's there and it is loaded. So you at
Yay.
least
Could I-
have a single shot for the moment, and it does do a tier 2 status when it's used. So yeah, you got that. I guess that's where we come in now. The gun's been tossed to you. You turn around as both of these individuals now on their feet, and they're just going to reach out at you. I guess my question is, do you just stand there, you shoot them, or you try to back away, shoot them? Do you use the gun to bash them across the head? What do you want to do with this new gun?
I hadn't thought that far ahead. I know it might have at least one shot. Do I know how much ammo's in it? At a quick glance, since it's a revolver, I guess it would just have. It would just.
Probably 6 shots. I would think.
Well, for now, I'm just gonna shoot the guy. I'm gonna try and line up the shot so I shoot them both at the same time.
Okay. You would have to probably
Just jam it in his mouth and then.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, we'll say this is go toe to toe. Basically, you're trying to shoot one, and if you do it really well, you might be able to get the second somehow by a miracle.
I mean, I doubt it's gonna happen, but we'll give it a shot.
They're both trying to come at you to they want to bite you. You took their gun away, so now they want to chew your skin off.
Ultimate Fighter.
Good times.
Yeah, lots of fun.
And I'm gonna use the order as well because I'm sure they probably have some kind of training.
True, but I think outdated methods probably plays.
Yeah, I was
its
gonna
ugly
use that
head
as well.
once again.
But I figure the order has some kind of training, so let's hope that maybe I know how to shoot gun.
You've gone to the range at least once.
Yeah, I've seen a gun before.
Yeah.
I've been shot by
I've
one.
seen
It's
one
okay.
before. It's pretty much the same thing, honestly.
Here we go! Ah, take that, you jerks!
Ha!
All right. So yeah, you get to choose two yet again. You have them both coming to you. I'm not sure if a tier 2 status isn't enough to necessarily kill either of them. You're definitely going to shoot them. You're going to slow them down. But yeah, I guess if your goal was to like knock them back or knock them prone or anything like that, you can do that. If you want to affect them both, I'm willing to say you do shoot through them, but it's a flesh wound, and so it's only going to be tier 1 status on top of it.
Doesn't the gun have a tier 2 status?
It does. It does. So.
And I shot the dude in the mouth because I put it in his mouth.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I guess my
so
question is with that so we say
one
it's a tier
of them's
4.
definitely dead. The
one
other
of them's
one's
definitely
probably
dead.
living.
The other one's wounded. But then, yeah, I guess because you're using it to inflict the status and you're getting what you want here. Again, this other one just goes out for your arm. You know, as it gets shot, you probably shoot it through the cheek and it like hits the guy in the shoulder, and he uses this momentum to just go and try to latch on your forearm that's holding your gun in this dead guy's face hole that was once a face but no longer. So yeah, face danger against his ferocious bite.
Alright. Indomitable. Protect the foe's next move. Do. Super speed. Do. I'm built for combat and nothing else. Do.
That's good because I'm not built for combat like at all. So
Okay. Face the danger. Hey, super built for combat.
holy crap!
Man,
Somebody's getting
these
wrecked.
rolls. All right. Yeah, you are able to just back away, and he kind of lurches forward and past there and kind of stops for a moment and has to start shuffling back the other way. But back in the church, Mike, you've just landed in. You've knocked this guy down. It looks like the vines are holding him down. He's trying to get back up. These other two individuals that are in the building, they see you and they begin shambling over your way. They're not charging. They're trying to move as fast as they can. But you look at them and they both appear to be like probably just old men that died of old age. So they're not moving very fast. Their bones are probably very arthritically connected and it's just a mess. But they're definitely heading your way. So yeah, what would you like to do here in the church, Mike?
Mike's gonna beat up old men in a church.
Classic Mike.
I want to see about taking this thing's head off and then plunging both of the sides through its heart again as well.
Okay, so yeah, you're going against it. So this is going to be a hit with all you've got too. He's not able to get around to really stop this, but he does have beast skin, which is a -2 status, along with his strength. It's just a bit of a thicker hide, which you're familiar with. You had to fight a ton of these.
It only counts as one.
I know the weak points. Look at that. Slow.
All right, so yeah, use any of the tags. Use the +1 bonus from your Sai if you have any weaknesses. I don't know. I guess in your mind, does it feel weird killing a beast again? Do you still carry some guilt from that?
Not in the least. It was a beautiful thing.
Yeah. All right.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
I'm gonna reset this and make sure I got the Sai is a plus. Okay.
Door tag.
You said -2 for the hide.
Correct. Yeah.
That's all I got. Ooh,
Yeah,
he's
the-
tough.
He is
He
tough.
will be a good foe.
So, yeah, which one are you? Is it just getting them good? I'm guessing.
Mm,
Or I guess at least with this, you at least are giving them, you know, a tier 2 status. So that's the minimum. On top of that, you can make it a tier 3 status if you wish. You can make it so that his attention's now on you, no longer focused on Georgie. I would say those are probably the two that make the most sense from those choices.
yeah, because sides don't really do a lot of collateral damage.
Yeah, no.
Let's go ahead and hold attention, because she's kind of already got the tier status of holding down.
That sounds good. So as you drive these Sais into the back, it lets out this bellow, this elkish cry that just being in this area again, the fact that you're in a church and you're killing a beast, there's a lot of memories flashing through your mind for a moment. But we're gonna go ahead and hop over to Georgie. He's down on the ground. You can see that Mike is now kind of on top of him, two swords kind of in his back, but you can also see these other two individuals, these two older men that are starting to make their way towards Mike. What would you like to do? They're definitely all seeming to be distracted by him, so I don't know if you want to use that as an advantage or what would you like to do?
Do God's work. Finish off the beastman.
Let me see.
They just keep coming back. What is with this freaking mouse?
Alright. If Mike's holding on to the elk person, if I let go of these vines, will it undo the status? Or
Not immediately. I would say because the vines are connected to the plants will hold that status until, probably until the next time that there's a roll, something like that. But yeah, you don't need to be physically in there to force them to do that. They're sentient in a way.
Okay. Um. Dang it. Mike's like he's holding him, isn't he? Or like he's engaged with him in some way.
He's
I-
just kind of holding him down on the ground for the moment.
I have 2 sides stuck into his back,
And
and
the
he's
back of his like dark tanned leather hide, just back there. There's no
Nice.
blood. He's just stuck this pig to the ground.
Make a purse out of him,
I'm trying. Come on.
or some new shoes or something.
So I want to swing him across into the other two.
Get a
But-
George of the Jungle him.
I will
Go for
say,
it.
Yes.
so, a lot of these pews appear to be, crushed and broken. So if you released him and used the vines, you could probably use, part of the pews to try to knock them back if you wanted to try that. It just would release him from being tied down, which, again, he's not necessarily up again because he's got Mike on his back, so...
Come on,
Word.
use us to take out the other 2.
Well, I don't know if the vines can handle both you and Elf. So we're just gonna let go and see if I could smash a pew into the other two.
I think Mike's a lot of man. It's gonna take a little bit for that thing to get up.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have a lot of vines.
That's what she said.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and say that this is a hit with all you've got. They're not paying attention to you. The only negative here is just the pews are crumbling. They're not really sturdy. So in
Yeah.
a way, you're having to use a lot of that power just to keep them as a solid object. So I would say just like a -1
Like a
story
club.
tag, like crumbling, pew.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll do hit with all you've got, and depending where it hits, it might hit both of them, it might not. That's the
All
plan,
right.
though. You're just ripping one of these pews out and tossing it at these old men.
It's like, sorry. Go be with God now.
You're in a holy place. Rest now.
Please go to sleep.
Get back in your hole.
Alright. I think I will use the same tags just because it's, again, the same move. And -1 for a story.
Yeah, just because again, the pews they're made of stone, so they're just kind of crumbling. So you're having to use the vines to ball it up and use it as a club.
It's a mace. It's a miss.
Dang it.
It's still. So I would
You
say
know
this is only going to hit one of them. You're not getting both, but if
Huh.
you want, you can inflict additional tier, or. Yeah, since we didn't get the chance to scale it up, that would probably be the best one in case you really care about collateral damage. I mean, you are spraying stone across, but most of the windows and most of the things in here are already broken, so I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Worry about that. And I don't. Yeah, there's no collateral damage going towards Mike right now, anyways. So. You could also
Okay.
take cover, superior position, anything like that. Like they're basically the way I'm seeing it is you're swinging this down and this guy's getting hit by it. So however you want to use that, he's at least getting a tier 1, smacked in the face by Vine Rock's status. However you want to use that as an advantage.
Smacked in the face by a holy pew.
There you go.
God compels you to sit the fuck down.
Let's see. Yeah, can I, the other one is still unaffected, right? Or just
Yeah.
mildly annoyed?
It doesn't seem like he actually notices that. He's still focused on Mike.
Okay.
I don't think they necessarily have great perception.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more like a
The
human
beast
shape.
might, but for all we know, they could be blind and deaf. I'm not sure. I haven't studied them.
They're definitely dumb.
Okay.
We should capture one.
For what?
No, murder them all.
For reasons.
Bring
For
it to
reasons.
King's
What?
Landing. I need to see
I
it.
want to. That turned out real well.
That's a reference I sort of get, but I don't know why I should understand it. I haven't seen the show.
It's okay.
I've read the books, but not seen the rest of the show.
It's okay. Those are
Um,
two different things. I will take. Well, can I move?
Yeah. Do you want to take a superior position so that they can't get you back or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like, where is that position?
Honestly, behind them. It depends. You're not sure if the guy you hit is going to be pulled kind of to your attention. The other thing you could do is having used as distraction. Like, you might see a few, like there's a window back here that's completely busted open. So you could use that as your opportunity to kind of run around the side of the building away from them and try to sneak in that way. If you
Alright.
want to just get away from them.
Alright. I will. Let's try that. I'll
Okay.
slip back outside. I'll run around.
Yeah, so you
Meow, meow, meow.
you begin trucking outside. Eric, you
Yep.
heard the gunshot behind you. You know that was a success. You feel good about it. You're standing. You're looking inside the church. You can see what's going on. You just saw this explosion of dust and stone kind of hit towards the center of the rows there. But you can see all four individuals. You might even see Georgie kind of sprint past the windows on the far side. But yeah, there's still one individual that's back behind you that is starting to again make its way towards William, and you're starting to hear creaking metal coming from it almost sounds very much like the stairs being scraped across the side of the building, but it's coming from within the church.
Oh, that can't be good. Is this window that I'm in front of busted out?
It is. It's been broken.
Okay. I'm gonna hop inside. I can't do anything about zombies, like just straight up no. So I'm gonna try to get on with the other part of the mission, which is playing this organ while everything is distracted.
What about the holy water?
Is that even like up anymore, or would they have upended it?
I don't know.
I would say, yeah, they've both been knocked down, but you might see like a puddle near both. Some wet spots from where they've been knocked over.
Yeah. Not sure I can do much with that, so I'm
Just
gonna
roll
just try
around in it.
just roll around in it so that, like, if a zombie tries to touch me, it just explodes. It'd be pretty
Yeah.
cool, actually. I'd be down for that, but no, I want to get in and find this organ room.
Mhm.
So it was down to the right, you said?
Yeah,
Down
so
here?
that's what he said. Down
All
to
right.
the right.
In we go.
Awesome. So as you kind of get towards this area, there's a few choir stands, and you can see that there is a door that way, a door that way, and you can see kind of the front of the church now, so where the pulpit and everything is. There's 2 of the 5 stained glass windows that are still in shape. The rest have been broken, and they are quite elegant, which might surprise you. The fact that it's in the slums,
Right.
But again, you know, someone took time to do that. But yeah, as you stand here, you look up, and the roof here is definitely raised and concave, kind of where you can tell the bottom of the dome is, and there's about 30 some of these large brass that they look like horns that are on the top of this area that kind of face down towards where the congregation would sit, and all of them are aligned to pipes that go across the ceiling and then down past some walls, kind of through a high wall into this room here. And the sound you're hearing definitely sounds like those pipes are creaking. But as you're coming in here, I'm just gonna have, if you're not trying to get attention by these guys, basically.
Yeah,
you're
I'm definitely
getting
trying
all
to
that.
slip by.
Yeah, go ahead and sneak around just to get to this point without being spotted.
All right.
And we'll go from there.
We have got stealth. Art of Deception and Driven. For funsies, can I throw in the Fear of Exposure weakness tag?
I think that absolutely fits. Yeah.
All right.
For funsies, he says. For funsies.
What else do you do stuff?
Okay.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie, I did that because I wanted that third attention on that one too.
So, yeah, as you get into the church, I think you all feel it. The fog that surrounds seems to get thicker and cooler, and the ends of your hair
Oh no.
start to stand up on end. There's the vibe has been aggressive and violent, but even those of you that have been in dire situations just get that Spider-Man itch that something is not right, like the boogeyman cometh.
Oh boy.
But yeah, you're in there, and for the moment, those three, their attention is still drawn to Mike. But outside, that guy, well, he's not happy. He's hungry, and poor old William is just not giving him a taste. And I mean, come on, William, you've eaten people. You know what it's like.
Yeah, it's
He
a little
just-
bit rude,
he just
honestly.
He just wants a nibble, and he's just tired of it. You just shot his friend. You shot his shoulder. He's just done with it. And so yet again, you know, he's trying to charge at you. The question is, are you gonna be able to get another shot off before he gets to you, or are you gonna try to do something else?
I'm really getting tired of this guy. I kinda just want to make him disappear, but I don't know what to do with him.
I want to find a way to make him go poof.
Just banish him to another dimension.
Can I
Something.
figure out how to open a portal? Is this a portal gun?
Oh, Satan. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna take his head off. I'm gonna tuck the pistol in my waistband and I'm just gonna rip his head off.
Okay.
I'm tired of him.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's go toe to toe. Toe to toe. Yeah, let's tote it out here.
Do-si-do.
Definitely, you know, you're reaching for his head, so he's gonna still try to bite your hands as you're doing that. That's the danger here. But we'll see. You definitely have the agility and the speed to avoid his slow, stupid zombie face. So,
Yeah, so we're gonna do super speed and the strength to carry a bull and martial arts. And we're gonna go toe to toe. Oh well, had to fail sometime.
still not a full
Yeah.
fail. I mean, yeah, no, you definitely, you're able to inflict your full status, and that will definitely rip his head off.
Good. Screw that guy.
I'm gonna say the danger here is just, again, you're ripping his head off, so I think it still continues to bite a couple more times, even with even though it's not attached to the body before it's not biting anymore. So just one more time, you're gonna face danger against its ferocious bite, tier 3 status, just to see if you're able to avoid it. You're not getting your thumb chewed on, or if you're gonna give him a tasty snack before he goes for a nap.
Super speed. Predict your foe's next move. And martial arts doesn't really help against a head. Yeah, just those two. Face danger.
Okay. So yeah, you get the head off, but the skin is so thin on the cheeks, you actually end up like sinking one of your thumbs through its cheek, and it just bites down on your thumb, and you get a tier 2 ferocious bite. From your thumb is bleeding. Like it probably takes a bit of skin with it, but you like throw the head away, and it's weird that you're the only thing bleeding right now. You might notice that, like, these things aren't bleeding, and normally the things you fight do bleed, and you can kind of use their blood to make your life better. But in this case, you just got your own, which So
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
I think what do you want to say? Another half hour? Or do we want to say with the thumb bite, we pause it here. When we come back, we'll continue with the sneaking around of Georgie and Eric, and the fighting of William and Mike.
I mean, I'm good to keep going if everybody else is.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Okay, so yeah, we'll go for another half hour, and then we'll pause from there. So back in the church, the vines have been released, so I might as well get rid of them for now.
Make up for lost time.
Mm-hmm. And Mr. Mike, you are kind of on the back of this beast, but he's attempting to stand, and he's pretty strong. He's basically trying to stand up and like try to force you off of his back. You can also see the old men. They're making their way towards you. This one, the one she hit, not so fast. It's definitely got knocked back. But you still have your size in the beast. For the moment, you have control. The question is, what do you want to do with it?
I'm just gonna... Don't really have anything creative. I'm just gonna try and take its head off again.
Okay, so like you release the blades and you go to like scissor slice the head off. As soon as like it feels that pressure release, it's going to like reach around to try to grab at you. So let's go toe to toe. Again, use all your tags and weakness tags. We'll use again the beast's strength just to see if it's going to be strong enough to get back there, or to negate your attack. So that's a -2 on whatever you're doing. But yeah, we'll see. You got these fancy weapons.
Go
See
toe
what you
to
can do
toe.
with them. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
No problem.
Oh yeah.
Like butter.
So as you go through, so let's see, that's a +2 status. Yeah, as you pull your blades out and you go for the neck, it hits, but again, because of that hide, it's not cutting very deep. So you go back, and like you have a moment. I think it's giving you some distance to possibly rethink. When it comes to the knives, like you're able to pierce through, but that's because you hit it hard. You got like a tier 4 piercing through that. But the quickness of your knives doesn't seem to affect this kind of beast. So maybe you think about what else, or you work on the other zombies that are there. But at least it's giving you some distance now. And I'm gonna say at least give it, still a tier 1 status. It's not the full status, but because your blades do have that +1, we'll definitely give you that. And what we'll do is we'll hop over to Georgie. You've just reached that window. You may have even seen Eric kind of sneak his way across. Are you gonna try to sneak in to meet him? Or do you have other plans?
Well, do I see a window in the immediate area?
Yeah,
Here?
there's a window right here.
Oh, I meant facing the room that we're trying to get into.
No, you don't see any windows going into that room.
Alright. So, yes, I will go through the window, duck behind the pews.
Okay.
And, hopefully not run into him and cause attention to run into him.
Right. Yeah. I'm gonna say, yeah. Again, this is just a sneak around. Basically, can you also get in here without being noticed by anything that might notice you?
Excuse me. All right. Let's try. Always prepared and ambition, just because she's like trying to get to her task like fast. That's about it.
Okay.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Excellent.
Perfect.
Hey.
Yep. You get right in there just as Eric's kind of looking up. You hear the same sounds coming from these pipes that are running from the room. Just feels like they're being strained and pulled on. So Eric, you see Georgie. You're both there. You hear the sounds coming from the room. The door is closed in front of you. You know the organ's in it. What do you want to do?
Well, gonna go to the door and try it to see if it'll open. But I'm gonna try it quietly in case there's something in there.
So as you start approaching the door, you actually notice that the door is not actually on the hinges. It's just been leaned back against the door frame.
Oh. All right.
And as you peek inside, you can definitely see the organ, but you also see another tall, large, strong individual with horns growing from its head who is standing on top of the organ and just trying to pull the pipes out of the wall.
That's not good. I think at this point, seeing this, I'm going to have to give up on the whole being sneaky bit. I'm going to try to, while like staying like basically where I am on the map, I'm going to try to chuck the door if it's not like a super heavy wooden door or anything like that. If it's something that I could just sort of chuck in his direction, otherwise I'll just sort of throw it to the side. But
This is why I gave you the rock.
it's true. Yes, I do have a rock. Correct. But yeah, can I sling the door in his direction in order to get his attention so he stops breaking the organ?
Absolutely. Yeah, I think right now this is actually going to be a convince. You can definitely use the door as your convince method, but it's more you're literally trying to get him to stop doing something that it's been ordered to do. So it's going to take some convincing, and hopefully a large bash with the door will do that. Use
All
the
right.
door as a story tag, so +1 for that.
Cool.
I'm going to say that its hide is going to be a negative, so -2. And then whatever your power tags or weaknesses on top of that.
This is a little too important to throw weaknesses in this time. Just for this once, I won't throw a weakness in. So we're going to go with center of attention. Going to go with the art of deception, because I'm going to try to convince him that I am a much more worthy target than this organ. And yeah, I guess that looks like that's it.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, let's convince it up.
Hey,
Hey,
it's now pissed at you.
Oh,
just what I wanted.
Yep, it's got full-on puny man beast rage.
Hi.
No, like it's very much that is my main goal, my main target is you now. But hey, he's no longer pulling on the pipes, so you got
buddy.
that going for you.
Hey, do you want a piece of? I got a rock.
I got a rock. Go fetch the rock, boy. Go fetch the rock.
Come get it. So yeah, back outside. William, there's a couple dead guys that are double dead now. They're in front of you. You can see what's going on inside the church now that you kind of look around, and there's a beast. You know, those guys that you fought so long ago, actively fighting it out with Mike. And there's a couple old men that are moving towards him as well. Not as quick, but definitely moving his way. And having just got a bite on your finger, you know, and their bites can hurt. So what would you like to do?
Mike killed the thing, right? Or is in the process of killing the thing?
He's trying to kill the thing. He's trying to figure it out. It's got thick hide, so the knives aren't working as well as he might like them to.
No, I just wanted it to die slow.
Can I see the other two?
Yeah, you can see the other two old guys in there.
No, Georgie and
You can see.
Eric.
You can probably see Georgie. I don't think you could see Eric from the outside. He's back behind these little. They're choir stands, so they're kind of raised.
Okay.
So you probably can't see them there.
Well, I guess I'm going to come in this window here and shoot this guy.
Sounds good. Yeah. You hop in the window. I think just the sound of you kind of going through the broken glass kind of draws its attention for a moment away from him, and because now you're the closer target, it definitely turns to face you. So it's going to just be a go toe-to-toe to see if you can hit him.
So we're gonna use I don't have anything for gun. I'm gonna use strength to carry a bowl so I can accurately fire this thing without it kicking. Even though I'm not used to it.
Okay.
I'll hold it nice and steady, but I'll also use outdated methods because I don't know how to use it.
You've shot it a couple of times.
You're getting used to it. Your hands
I've
still
killed
ringing.
things with it. But...
So the that bite though, that's gonna definitely play into this shot. Holding the gun isn't as easy now that your thumb's been bit.
Alright, well, that's a -2 then, right? Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
So -2. I can't. -2.
You have to go up.
I got it. Now, go toe to toe, or yeah.
Yeah.
Ha. Hey.
Oh.
You didn't have any other tags on it?
They got canceled out.
Well, yeah, but you still gotta have them on there.
Right. Because it's still showing your power is -2.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did
You
have
just
any power
rolled it as
tags?
straight. Yeah, you didn't
forgot
have any
to-
tags on
I
them.
forgot to put them on there. I talked about it and forgot to use it.
Go ahead and reroll. I'll give you one.
Okay.
Even though
If
that's
it's
a
a-
tasty, tasty
Everybody
six.
gets one.
It's a
Minus
tasty
2.
six.
You already have your training
Ooh.
stilts. Be quiet.
That's
Ooh,
so much worse.
that's a
You only
tasty
did
4.
one tag though.
Oh,
I only have the one. I don't fire guns, Faison.
So,
I don't have anything else to fire a
I
gun
thought you
with.
had strength to carry a bowl. Like,
Did I not? Oh, it doesn't matter. I don't care anymore.
so
It's not gonna change it any.
as you fire off, the gun just goes. It misses. The pain
smacks
in
him
your
straight
hand.
in the face.
Yeah, no, it's just the pain in your hand causes the bullet to just ring. And for a moment, you think maybe it went off too loud. Like, why are my ears ringing? But you all begin to hear it, and it's not that your ears ringing. There's a whisper being carried on the wind. And this whisper, it sounds very much like a general ordering his troops to not give up on this fight. And as you look outside, Mike, the individual that you had stabbed in the back stands once more. Back behind you, William,
oh
the individual that you had shot through the cheek stands once more. But the two individuals that lost their heads do not stand. They still lay slumbering on the ground.
Decapitation.
But this order, Eric, it seems not to only bring them back, but that convincing. No. It worked for a moment. It caused him to move away from the organ, but it has turned, no longer noticing you, and begins to make its way back there. Georgie and Mike, you all experience this. You know that the situation is a bit worse. Georgie, I think you would hear the pipe stop creaking, but you would also hear like this rush of hooves for a moment, and now them walking back. So you might have an idea of what's going on in that room. What would you like to do? Do you go over to help him, or do you see the situation that's here in the main part of the church? You want to help out the two boys that are here.
I'm clearly fine on my own.
Those two can fight.
Look at my expert roll.
And Eric can't. So I might go and try and help him.
Okay.
Or at least like come around the corner, like what's going on? What's the hold up?
You see another one of those beasts making their way. Like, you see a door kind of laying in the middle of the room.
Okay.
And yeah, you see this individual walking back towards the organ, seeming to ignore both of you.
Okay. And there's no greenery around me.
No. All the plants seem to be at the front of the church.
Is there any greenery around the outside of the church?
Let's change the game to see what you might have. I would say there's probably something, but is it simply a weed? Are we talking about a bush? Is it a full-on tree that we just didn't see because it was back in this far corner? Let's change the game to find out.
Alright. So let's see. Green speech.
Now I remember why I don't use guns.
Opportunist moment. ambition. She feels like, come on, like, let's just tell me what I need to know. And it's changed the game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh, I could have used my power.
Yep.
Oh well.
Awesome. So yeah, you get 3 juice. So we can definitely create a story tag. I guess what are you thinking more vines? Are you thinking something else? Well, what is your thought? What kind of plant would you be looking for? Then we can go through how we can spend the juice to get it.
Let's see. I mean, vines will work fastest, but I was thinking roots to just kind of like come up underneath and maybe, I don't know, deter said creature in some way.
Okay.
But it might damage the organ further, so. Let's see.
So yeah, we're creating a story tag. For basically, thick roots. Scaling up the effect would basically be, making it stronger. You've already fought against one of these beasts, so you'd want thicker roots. Prolonging the effect would make it ongoing. So normally, these effects are kind of a one-time. They're good for one use, affects one target, and then they're gone. But you can prolong it to have more lasting effects.
Okay.
Yeah, so either that, or you can just go for straight, I'm creating the power tag roots, and then I'm applying, a tier 2 status again of trapped, and at least he would be trapped now for this move, but again, by the time we get back to you, it's gonna be a burnt tag. He's gonna have something, cause the roots to not be as powerful.
Alright. Yeah. You know what? Let's try it, because I haven't gone that route yet. Let's use the tree roots to bind them to the floor or wherever they're shooting up from.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully it'll give Eric some space and time to get to the organ and play the notes.
Right. So basically, I think it's a mixture of the fact that you are close enough to the forest that these old trees with long deep roots are able to worm their way through, but also you're on old wood. In a way, even though it's no longer living, the floor that you're walking on still carries the remnant of maybe some of the trees that were there. So you almost see them kind of part ways. So there's not a lot of destruction. And they wrap around. They're thicker, they're darker, dirt stained roots that wrap around this beast, and for a moment it is stopped there in the room. You can see it is trying with all of its might to continue to move forward, but for now it cannot. I think honestly, let's hop right back over to Eric. You see this happen. You see your opportunity. So what would you like to do? You see the organ there. He is there. He's in the room. His reaching length does cover a decent amount of the room, but you can try to get by him, try to play those notes if you want to, or you can try to do something to just get rid of him. What do you want to do?
Oh, I don't know that I have anything that I can get rid of him with.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna try to slip around him and play those notes.
Okay, let's take the risk then.
All right, escape artist, driven. And I guess that's about it. So take the risk.
Correct. Yep. Take the risk to get past him. Perfect. Yeah, you
Swoosh.
probably get in there. He reaches, for you. You dive underneath his arm, and you get to the organ. You look down. It's one of those 2-tier organs. It's big, but you remember what the notes are as you begin to press down on the first one. You hear the air going through, but you look up, and the pipe is bent, and all the air's not going through it. It's being squeezed through, so you can hear some of the air going through, but most of these pipes now, they've been bent, some of them worse than others. Do you continue to try to work on the notes, or do you do...
I mean, if we don't, then the burn box is going to ignite, so I have to.
Okay.
Trying to see if I have anything. No, I don't know that I have anything that can help that, but...
So I'm gonna have you just face danger. It's all a matter of, can you get enough air through these pipes so that the lock releases.
Okay.
I don't know right now necessarily. Again, you read the book. It's more if the latch is forced open that the burn box ignites. It's not a matter if the notes are played wrong, because if that was the case, every Sunday I'd be having
that would really
issues.
suck.
But yeah, it's just a matter of, do you have enough power within this organ left, from the damage he's already done, to get the air to do what it needs to do.
Okay.
So yeah, basically what we're doing here, it's not a status on you, it's a status on the organ to see how bad the organ is. I'm going to say right now we're looking at a tier 3 status. Basically, I would say your showmanship, your quickness, your abilities, all that kind of stuff can come into how you manipulate this instrument, which is what it is. You are a showman at heart. So
Okay.
while it may not make sense in the physical realm, I think this is where the myths and the mythos and all of its stuff comes into this key moment to drive that power through these pipes and just allow the latch to release.
So, that being the case, can I try to get a little crazy with it?
Absolutely.
Can I stop holding back on my subversion legerdemain thing?
Absolutely. Yeah. I think you see, like, you read the whole room. That's what you do. You know that the audience is not keen. You know that there's someone up in a faraway box that is just booing on the whole situation, and that this is the only moment to get the spotlight to shine in the direction you want it to. I'm gonna say that this is it's a significant. It's nothing more than that. It's definitely a significant risk, potentially just burning out that part of yourself if you do it too much. If you allow that much power to flow through you.
Okay.
So when we do stop holding back, we roll against our logo. So however many logos themes you have, and then for a significant, on a 7 to 9, you would just mark fade or crack on and burn all of the power tags on one theme. On a 10 plus, you just mark fade or crack on that one theme.
Okay.
On a 6 or less, things happen. So let's not go there. I believe you have 2 logos.
I have 3.
You have 3. Perfect.
Yep.
So yeah.
Is there a button for that, or I just do it manually?
There should be under the cinematic moves, up where you have the moves. You
Oh,
have your
there's a
common.
tab there.
Yeah.
Oh. I just never noticed that.
Well, we don't use it very often.
Oh. Did you
but that
not
should
add
be
anything?
still +2, so it's still a 9.
Oh, did it not? Oh, I thought it would just automatically add.
No, you
So
have
it's
to
actually
add.
10.
You have to add the +3, yeah.
That's right. It's 10. So somehow you cause enough pressure to go through with enough force to almost reshape the pipes. And those 3 notes sound, and above you, Georgie, you hear a click, and you look up as a latch releases and a ladder begins to drop down in front of you.
Ding.
Well, at least it's not a body.
True.
Not yet.
So with a 10, it was just crack or fade.
Correct. Yep.
And where do I put that? Like on what?
So for this, I guess you have to think what theme just now was most challenged. Was it a specific logos to be able to contain your mythos so it doesn't burn out, like make you more powerful or attach to this strange thing that's within you? Or did you find that this power, I honestly, I would lean towards one of your logos here, just because
I think so too.
what you did here was exactly what your mythos would have wanted you to do. So I don't think you're losing touch with that. So yeah, looking over your logos, let me actually look at your sheet here.
I'm thinking training, but I'm not for sure.
Let's see.
Because that wasn't training. That was just like gut instinct to just manipulate things in that way.
Right. No, I think that works. Yeah, you're basically, maybe it's not that you're really losing your training. You're just realizing maybe you don't have to rely on that training as much, right? That you have this thing inside of you that is giving you powers beyond what you could ever learn on your own. So yeah, it pushes you in that direction. I think honestly that's where we're gonna pause it here as we hear these ding, dun, dun, and it blasts it radiates through, and as it does, everything kind of pauses, falls silent. You hear this click, and then do 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 as the ladder falls down right in front of Georgie. You look up and you can see a little bit of light from a lantern or something up in this dome area. Both you see those that you had destroyed once back to life. You know the situation, and that's where we'll come back in. You now have access to the latch. You still have the individuals that are here, and I think it's perfect. Hop back in if you can make it. Awesome. If not, we can talk about it throughout the week on how you would want your character to go through, and we can do some rolls and do all that stuff. But hopefully we can all make it next week. Yeah. No, I just want to say thanks everybody for coming this week. It's really good to be back. I'm having a lot of fun with this. I know some of you probably leveled up, so we can talk about that here in a little bit. And yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap up the video here. So thank you to Spoon, Faison, Oz, and Maru for coming, playing, hopefully having a good time. Everybody out there that's watching on the YouTubes, make sure to check out City of Mist. Son of Oak makes an awesome game. They are continuing to publish some really fun things, so make sure to check them out. Subscribe if you like this kind of content, and we will see you all next week. Take care.